Hey there everyone and welcome to Crappy Reviews, home of No Rules Reviews. Now what's No Rules Reviews mean exactly? It means whatever the hell I want it to mean. I don't adhere to any set professional standard, it's all raw and my own personal thoughts. If you don't like it, don't watch. It's pretty simple really. But there's always some moron or morons who doesn't understand what optional content is. On today's review, Star Wars Battlefront on the Xbox One. Now this is also available on the PS4, but keep in mind I'd never trust an online multiplayer game to PlayStation Network, and really neither should you. And any other type of shooter is obviously going to be better with an Xbox One controller, particularly the Elite controller, which was crafted by the angels themselves. I'm an old school Star Wars Battlefront 1 and 2 player. Battlefront 2 was the game that actually got me started with a gaming clan. That's when my clan started. And they actually helped me form really strong gaming friendships that I still have to this day. And for the past 10 years, myself and other Battlefront friends have eagerly awaited a new game in the franchise. Finally, we got our wish with the reboot of Star Wars Battlefront. Huzzah! Now I have to say that graphically, this is perhaps the best looking game on any console. It's simply the most stunning, authentic Star Wars representation you'll ever see. The environments, the character models, the textures, weapons, shadows. You can see the crystals in the snowbanks. It looks that damn good. It's that damn gorgeous. And all the sounds are super authentic as well. The game runs incredibly smooth, and from a graphical sound and smoothness point of view, it doesn't get any better than this, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. Gameplay wise, it's easy to pick up and play. Lots of different weapons to unlock, different abilities and cards and things like that. Now having a customizable character is also cool, but for old school Star Wars fans like me, not having a class-based option is kinda lame. I miss my damn engineer and my jetpacks. Now there's a problem with the overpowered DL-44, which is Han Solo's blasters, and basically hand blasters in this game are the most overpowered weapon I've ever seen, man. Like 1-hit, 2-hit kills, it's unbelievable how powerful these things are. Now there's a good amount of game modes, but honestly there's only about maybe 3 or 4 that anyone plays or that I'd consider fun or something that you'll want to go back to. So there's definitely a lack of content. Speaking of lack of content, there's very few maps in this game and a $50 price tag for the season pass, which will include a bunch of maps. So basically you'll need to spend around $110 or more if you bought the limited edition to complete the Battlefront experience, so it's up to each person on their own to decide if it's worth it or not. But the basic gameplay is actually very fun, just very repetitive, and you get tired of seeing the same few maps over and over again. I know I did. Now I also need to point out that there's absolutely no campaign mode in this game whatsoever. While it does have a few co-op or single player modes, it feels like a missed opportunity to not include some kind of story from a vast Star Wars universe. You know what I mean? There's so much Star Wars to cover and they didn't do anything. Now Star Wars Battlefront 2 had Galactic Conquest, co-op campaign, and a Conquest game mode, Jedi battles. It had everything. And Conquest mode was my favorite, which was a variation of Domination. If you play Call of Duty, you know what that's about, which isn't in this new game. None of that stuff is in this new game. And the fact that the game limits you to the old Star Wars trilogy, no Clone Wars, no Death Star, no Dagobah, no Coruscant, no Geonosis, no Utapau, no Mustafar, there's really just so much missing. I realized they were on a time constraint, but it seems like they should have either waited to release the game with more maps or offer at least the first map pack free to everyone that bought the game. Aside from the new Battle of Jakku map, there's nothing really tying this game to the new movie either. So it's basically just old trilogy, like it or lump it. At the end of the day, this is a dumbed down game that is completely aimed at mass markets, and it did sell well, and will probably continue to sell well. Now, you know, it's lost a lot of the charm of the original Star Wars Battlefront games, and the lack of in-game voice chat means it'll probably turn away some hardcore gamers. The ability to use a third or first person mode is cool, and as I said earlier, it's a stunning game and recreation of the Star Wars universe, but I can't help feel but this game could have offered so much more, much like the new Star Wars movie itself. Now I want to give this game a glowing review. The Star Wars fan in me says it's amazing, but the reviewer in me says a lot of people will probably think there's a lack of content, and the $50 season pass is a cash grab. Star Wars Battlefront gets an average 7 out of 10. It's a solid experience, but definitely needs maps, modes, and private lobbies to step up its game. Thanks for watching. Read them, rack them up, and all that good stuff. Comment, rate, subscribe. Crapgamer out.